So if you follow Australian politics, you would have seen that in Australia's recent general election, the Australian Labor Party was returned to government in a landslide victory, making the Labor Prime Minister Anthony Albanese the first Australian Prime Minister to win re-election in 2 decades. However, if you look at the spelling of the Australian Labor Party, you will see that it is spelt without a U. The thing is, in Australia, they do actually use the British spelling. So words such as Labour, favourite, neighbour have the U included in the spelling. However, Labour in the Australian Labor Party is spelt without a U. This is despite the fact that Labour, the actual word Labour in Australia, is spelt the British way with a U. So what is the reason for this? So the spelling choice actually dates back to the beginning of the 20th century, in 1901 to be exact, when the Australian Labor Party was founded. At the time, one of the key figures in the party's formation was the American-born Labour advocate King O'Malley, who pushed for the adoption of the American spelling. He believed that it reflected a more modern and progressive image. And there was a feeling amongst some back then in early 1900s Australia that the American spelling would become the kind of standardized spelling in the Anglosphere, in the English-speaking world. And over time, the Australian Labor Party without the U became part of the party's identity. And a lot of people actually think that it was done to distinguish the Labor Party from the Australian Labour movement, okay? So to make sure that the two were properly distinguishable. So basically, the spelling has actually persisted as a deliberate political brand.